Hey doc, have you seen this going around our industry right now? It is the biggest issue, and I don't want you to get caught up in the scam of this thought process that you have to be in network with every insurance company. Don't buy the hype. Listen, if you're in network with every insurance provider, you're probably going to get burnt out. In fact, you're literally risking your livelihood of your entire practice. This doesn't just mean you, it's your family, it's your team, and the families they support. So if you're serious about running a sustainable, profitable practice that really delivers incredible results for your patients, then watch this video to the end, because it might just save your practice. Whether you're a new doc just coming out of school, anxious to get on an insurance provider list so that you can start getting new patients, or you've been in the industry for a long time and you're just used to what you get paid, I want to shake you. I want to wake you up and say, before you just accept all insurance payments, I want you to do this one thing that is just critical for your practice and the sustainability of your practice, which is what we call implementing the insurance Bible. I mean, think about a Bible. It's nice and thick and it has the answers to every question in life, right? Your insurance Bible is taking a spreadsheet, and I want you to create a tab for every single insurance that you are a provider for. Now, your practice has a list of billable codes that you bill on a regular basis, and it's probably the same for almost every insurance company. And what I want you to do is create a column of the code. I want you to create a column of your retail, what you should be charging for that code. And then I want you to create a column for the allowable. What does the insurance company allow you to bill? Now, remember that for insurance companies to be a contracted provider, you're exchanging a discounted rate. And that discounted rate, I hate to say it, isn't always consistent. And you need to be watching those payments. Your billing team member needs to be watching those payments. But more importantly, you need to review that insurance allowable on a regular basis, at least annually, if not more often, so that you can see, what am I actually agreeing to by accepting this particular insurance? And we all have it. Every state has the hated insurance company because they have just whittled you down to literally almost, pennies on the dollar. I mean, what other profession out there do you go into and say, I'm going to work harder and get paid less? If you went to any of your team members and you said, hey, each year, you're actually going to make 15% less. How many team members would you have sticking around? But yet you're doing it. I mean, you're accepting these patients year after year after year, and the reimbursements are going down. Why? Well, because the insurance is a broken model to begin with, and our entire healthcare system is so broken, and I know you align with that. In fact, if you align with that, please comment below. Our healthcare system is broken. It is broken. I'd love to understand your thought process. What do you see that needs to be fixed in our healthcare system? And how can we be more powerful in shaping and changing that? So I appreciate you guys commenting on this video. So the next thing then in your insurance Bible is you're actually going to calculate the discount. How much am I actually discounting my fees to be a part of this, insurance network? Oftentimes I looked at that discount and I, quote unquote, kind of calculated it as a marketing expense, because I would have to go out and market to attract new patients, and maybe I'm now getting more new patients through this network. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. You have to make that decision. But as you begin to really look at that, I want you to identify the in-network, contracts that are robbing you, that they're not paying you what you deserve. If it makes you feel uncomfortable by looking at the numbers, then you probably need to do something about it. The next thing I want you to take account of is what % of your collections is actually coming from this provider. Now, one of the coolest things that Blue IQ does for you is I want you to look at this chart. This is a breakdown of the actual payers. It's collections by payers by month, by year, to where you can actually see what percentage that payer is paying you of your collections. it might be a lot smaller than you think. And by knowing that number, you can really start making strategic plans on how to deal with this insurance company. Now again, if you love this kind of content, if you're ready to double your collections, double your practice, attract new team members, attract your dream patients, you need to be a part of this community. This is what we're building, and I create impact by making these videos for you, by giving you the key strategies that will do those very things. And so I need you to like this video, share it with your friends. Like, let's not be stingy with this information. Let's get it out there so we can elevate our entire profession. Step number 2 is, what would you do if you fired those insurance companies? Like, how good would that feel? In fact, I remember writing the letter to the insurance companies myself, where I fired 3 of my major carriers because they were literally robbing us blind, and I was done. I was so done being robbed. And it felt so good to finally fire them. And of course I was nervous about how would my patients respond, but it was amazing at how they responded. In fact, I sent a letter to those patients who were underneath those insurance, and I just explained to them, I shared with them the percent that their insurance carrier was requiring us to discount our fees. And we offered to those patients to give them, a super bill that they could turn into their insurance and they could be reimbursed, but we would no longer be an in-network provider for them. Now, we did a lot of research on these insurance companies. We looked at their out-of-network benefits. We identified that a lot of them had out-of-network benefits that were way better than the in-network benefits. There were some deductibles, but for a lot of them, they weren't that big. And so by working through with a patient, we were able to work out new agreements. We didn't really lose very many patients, and we ended up seeing a major impact in our collections month after month after month, and it was the best thing I ever did, was firing those insurance companies. So I challenge you that once you get your insurance Bible in place, you do your analysis, you pick the insurance companies you need to fire, and you'll be amazed. In fact, I want you to post in the comments below, I'm ready to fire my insurance company. Like, who is it? Who do you want to fire? Put it in the comments below. We'd love to support you and champion you on with this. So now that we have our Bible in place, we've fired our insurance company, let me give you secret number 3, because really what it comes down to is just focusing on the proper profit lever, and that's what we do as data-driven docs. We show you the profit levers that if you just pushed on, we would see those collections skyrocket. So let's go back and think about the marketing lever. If you were able to invest, if you had the money, the cash flow coming in to invest into your marketing, or you had control over your new patient acquisition cost, you'd have a lot more confidence in this. So let's start by looking at the math behind these numbers so that you can see the insurance math versus the cash math might be a little bit more attractive. Now, taking 30 insurance case patients, bringing them in, and at a typical average case value of about $800 is what you're going to get from the insurance company. 30 new patients is going to generate about $24,000 collected. Now, if we take those same 30 new patients, but we actually have a little bit higher cash value now, instead of $8,000, we're getting $1,400. 30 new patients at $1,400 is $42,000. Well, if we have a new patient acquisition cost of $46, that means that we're going to spend about $1,380 on marketing, the ad spend to acquire $42,000. So if you take that $42,000 and minus the ad spend, you're left in your bank account $40,620. Compare that to the $24,000 that you got from the insurance company. What would you prefer, the insurance check or the cash check? The math makes sense. It's just a math problem. It's not emotional. It's not, we just take all of that, subjective data out of it. When we look at the objective data, we are so much better off if your insurance companies are robbing you blind. Now, there might be some insurance companies in your Bible that you determine are worth keeping, that are paying well, that patients are staying longer and paying cash after they get through their insurance benefits. So keep those, but fire your insurance companies that are robbing you blind. I challenge you to do it. Now, again, if you need some support in this, if you need a community that can support you through this process, That's what we're here for. We are a group of data-driven docs helping you drive six-figure months. And if you're ready to do that, to see the step-by-step of how, then come join our free community. We will show you how to generate more profits in less time. We will show you how to move through your provider value ladder to get to the role where you are loving running a practice, building the vehicle that is transforming patients' lives. If you want to be a part of this, just put in the comments below, I'm in, and we will give you the link to where we will show you a free community where you can learn to double your profits. Just put in the chat below, I'm in, and I will personally comment. I will watch for those comments, guys. I would love to welcome you into this community. This is a community of driven docs who are passionate about patient outcomes, but recognize that we have to have prosperity at the same time. Let's build your dream practice.